Hello, I'm Elena. Do you remember a time when you and your partner could talk for hours? When a single look from across the room was enough to make you feel completely seen and understood? Pause. And now you might be sitting next to that same person, feeling a million miles away. It's a quiet, isolating feeling. The kind of loneliness that feels heavier because it's happening right next to someone you're supposed to be closest to. You've become functional partners, great at managing a household, but you've lost the emotional intimacy that made you a couple. If this resonates with you, I want you to take a deep breath. You are not alone. In my work, this silent drift is one of the most common and painful issues couples face. But more importantly, it is fixable. In this video, we're not just going to talk about the problem. We are going to walk through a clear, step-by-step guide to bridge that emotional distance and find your way back to each other. So, stay with me. Understanding the silent drift. First, let's understand what's really happening. Emotional disconnection rarely happens because of one big fight. It's a slow fade. It's the product of 1,000 tiny, missed opportunities for connection. It's the unanswered bid for attention when he shows you a funny video and you just grunt. It's the unresolved argument that gets swept under the rug. It's the gradual replacement of quality time with screen time. Think of your relationship as a bridge. In the beginning, you both worked tirelessly, plank by plank, to build it strong. But over time, without consistent maintenance, the planks begin to weather and rot. A few small holes appear. You can still cross, but you start to be more careful, less confident. You stop running to each other with excitement. Over years, the gaps grow so wide that crossing feels too risky, too difficult. So you just stop trying. You stay on your own side. That's emotional disconnection. It's not a lack of love, it's a loss of access to each other. The mindset shift from blame to teamwork. Before you can lay a single new plank on that bridge, you have to make a crucial mental shift. You must move from a mindset of you versus me to us versus the problem. Pause. Right now, it's easy to think, he doesn't try anymore, or she's always busy. This is the language of blame, and it will get you nowhere. The problem isn't your partner, and the problem isn't you. The problem is the distance itself. It's a third entity in your relationship that you must decide to fight together. Here's the specific action for this step. Find a calm moment and say these words, or something very similar. I feel like there's been some distance between us lately, and I miss you. I want us to be a team again to figure out how to get closer. This isn't your fault or my fault, it's just something we need to solve together. This simple statement does three things. It uses I feel to avoid blame. It expresses a positive desire. I miss you. And it frames the solution as a team effort. This is the foundation for everything that comes next. The re-engagement ritual, a practical technique. Now that you've set the stage, you need a structured, non-threatening way to start rebuilding. Many of the couples I advise have found incredible success with what I call the re-engagement ritual. It's a simple, 10-minute daily practice. Here's how it works. For 10 minutes every day, maybe over coffee in the morning or right after the kids are in bed, you sit down with no phones, no TV, no distractions. For these 10 minutes, you are not allowed to talk about logistics. No bills, no schedules, no problems. The only goal is to share something with each other. But here's the key that makes it work. You use conversation prompts. Why? Because the pressure to just talk can be overwhelming when you're out of practice. You can find lists of these online or create your own. Questions like, what's something you're looking forward to this week? Or, what's a small thing that made you happy today? Or, if we could go on any vacation right now, where would you want to go and why? It feels a bit structured at first, almost artificial, but its purpose is to retrain the muscle of non-logistical conversation. It's like physical therapy for your emotional connection. You are creating a safe, predictable space dedicated solely to rediscovering each other, one 10-minute session at a time. Speaking the language of connection beyond how was your day. As the 10-minute ritual makes you more comfortable, you can begin to deepen the quality of your daily conversations. The secret here is to graduate from closed questions to open-ended ones. A closed question can be answered with yes, no, or fine. An open-ended question invites a story. Instead of, did you have a good day? Closed. Try. What was the most interesting part of your day? Open. Instead of, are you tired? Closed. Try. You seem like you have a lot on your mind. What's going on? Open. But here's a technique that 99% of couples don't use, and it is a game changer. It's called hold space. When your partner is talking, your only job is to listen, not to solve, not to judge, not to interrupt. Let there be silence after they finish. Then, instead of jumping in with your opinion, ask a follow-up question that shows you are listening. Something as simple as, wow, that sounds stressful. What did you do then? Or, tell me more about how that felt. You are communicating that their inner world is important to you. This is the essence of emotional intimacy. Rebuilding physical intimacy without the pressure. Often, when emotional distance grows, physical intimacy is the first thing to go, and the pressure to just have sex can feel like another chore, creating even more distance. We need to reframe this. The goal is not sex. The goal is connection through touch. You need to take sex completely off the table for a designated period, say 2 weeks. I know it sounds counterintuitive, but it removes the pressure and anxiety for both of you. During this time, you will focus on reintroducing non-sexual physical touch. Start small, a 5-second hug when you get home, count it in your head, 1,000 to 1,000, holding hands while you watch a movie, a hand on their back as you walk by them in the kitchen, a foot touching their foot under the table. These small, consistent points of contact send a powerful subconscious message. I am here, I see you, we are connected. It rebuilds the physical bridge slowly and safely, allowing desire to grow naturally from a foundation of emotional closeness, not from a sense of obligation. Now, it's vital I pause here for a moment. Everything we've discussed applies to relationships where there is a foundation of respect and safety. If the distance you feel is due to emotional abuse, contempt, constant criticism, or any form of physical harm, these techniques are not the solution. In those situations, your priority must be your safety. Please seek guidance from a qualified therapist or a domestic abuse support organization. Your well-being comes first. Rebuilding an emotional connection is not a quick fix. It's a process. It's about laying one new, intentional plank on that bridge every single day. It starts with a mindset shift from blame to teamwork. It's built with small, consistent rituals like your 10 minutes of dedicated talk time. It deepens when you learn to truly listen and speak the language of connection. And it's solidified through gentle, pressure-free physical touch. You fell in love with this person for a reason. Those reasons, that person, are still there. They've just been buried under the weight of everyday life. You can find them again. You can find each other again. If this guide was helpful, please consider subscribing to this channel and hitting the notification bell. I share new insights every week to help you build a stronger, more connected relationship. And please share your story in the comments below. Reading about the experiences of others can be incredibly validating and powerful. Thank you for entrusting me with your time. Remember to be patient with yourself and be patient with your partner. You can do this.